All right, let's do this.
Okay.
All right. So, hi, my name is Connor Gorman, aka Peptide Connor on Instagram and YouTube. I'm really excited to be sitting here today with Lisa Lofquest.
And I'm Lisa, and I am a founder of Original Age. We are a company that produces healthy probiotic, prebiotic, postbiotic products for your gut.
Yeah, so there's a lot of conversations right now happening
Hmm.
in this space, especially around, gut health, peptides, the alternative medicine, and everything like
Yeah.
that. So what is like the biggest thing you've noticed right now with gut health, peptides, and kind of like coming into this space? I mean, it's so new. There's so much gray area, so it's a lot to learn in such a short amount of time as it takes off.
And it's been really interesting because I'm a research person.
Mhm.
That's my legal background and kicking in, and I research everything. We started Original Age, and we were searching for products that would help the body uh, replicate what it already knew how to do. So products that could help the body heal itself if it's given the right tools, if
Mhm.
it's given the right um, environment, and that's where we started. In the course of that, we have learned a lot about peptides because there are some peptides that clearly replicate body systems, body functions, signaling. Um, so it's sort of been a parallel learning with that. We don't currently sell peptides online, but we do sell, of course, our products. And what we're finding is the crisscross primarily between the peptides that people are taking for assisted weight loss
Mhm.
and our products, which are related to gut health.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I remember I did try your guys' gut health
Hmm.
products. It worked great for me. I mean, I noticed like a drop in my anxiety, just overall body
Hmm.
regulation. I don't think people realize how much the gut and the brain are intertwined.
Right, right. Direct line between them. It's the gut brain axis.
Yes,
And
that's what it's called.
yeah, completely, all of the signaling, all the hormones, those all start in the gut, not
Mhm.
just for mood. 90% of serotonin is made in the gut, but also for clear focus, clearer thinking. All of that originates with better gut health. So I think we're just starting to really, really understand how the gut and the microbiome in the
Mhm.
gut affect so many of our health systems.
Yes.
And it's become something that we're hearing about more in the peptide world because of the impact that the GLPs in particular
Mhm.
are having on people's health and gut health when they're taking these. So
Yes.
yeah, it's been an interesting sort of research example for us watching what is happening to people and
Yeah.
seeing how common it is for some of these things to be happening. So um yeah, we're gonna see, I guess, what that looks like.
No, absolutely. I mean, one of like the biggest things I've noticed since I kind of started my peptide journey about 2 months ago is that there's just so much misinformation. I don't think people really understand the difference between GLP-1s, GLP-2s, and GLP-3s. So would you mind kind of
No,
explaining, those side
I
effects
don't mind at
and,
all.
the
Um,
history kind of behind it?
I not a problem at all. So what started out was a response to insulin levels. So people who had diabetes, and a product was created, and there was a notable side effect that people were losing weight. That was the GLP-1. The GLP-1 is a peptide.
Mm.
It is called glucagon-like peptide. That's what GLP stands for. GLP-1, created by Novo Nordisk at first out of Denmark, and they the brand name was or is Wegovy or Ozempic. Those are the ones most people commonly hear about, and the generic name for it
Mm.
is semaglutide. Some people say semaglutide.
Mm.
I don't. So if you
Yes.
say it the other way, you'll just have to get used to it. All right. So the impact on the body was that increases insulin levels. So
mhm,
it regulates your insulin. It slows emptying the stomach. So gastric emptying, it slows that down so you feel fuller longer. Satiety is extended. You have reduced hunger. That's a really big one. And it signals your brain that you're full. That's what this particular um, peptide does. Then that was followed up with a second GLP,
mhm.
which was, or is rather, adds a second agonist. So we have the GLP-1, and then it added the agonist of a GIP. Now, I know it's a big fat mouthful, but it is a glucagon dependent insulinotropic polypeptide.
Say that 5 times
G
fast in the
I
mirror.
and I'm not even going to say it a second time. GIP. So it's a GLP plus
Mhm,
GIP, generic name terzepatide, and the brand name is Zepbound or Mounjaro.
mhm,
Lots of people taking those, and that's an Eli Lilly product. What does that add to the picture? What it adds is an enhanced insulin response, but
mhm,
also better fat metabolizing. And then um, the third, which is not yet on the market for weight loss by a
mhm,
prescription, Eli Lilly has developed a third product which adds a third element. So we have the
mhm,
GLP-1, that's the number one. Then we have GLP-2s, which are the GLP GIP, and now number three, which is GLP GIP, and then G, which is glucagon. So the
mhm.
third agonist. And I know generic name retatrutide, and that is not even on the market yet. So it does. I think they finished their trials in Japan, and I believe they just got FDA approval. So they're probably going to come to market, but nobody knows what the brand name is going to be when it comes. But again, that adds energy expenditure increase, increased metabolism benefits, and overall is like the queen of the three. And all three are very, very effective. People have different responses to all three of them. Um, One of the other really big differences is percentages of weight loss that people see. So with the semaglutides, you're maybe looking at 8, 10,
Mhm.
maybe 12% body weight would be lost using the semaglutide. Tirzepatides, we're seeing higher percentages. We're at 14, 17, 18%. 17 is random. That's just, but anyway, that higher teen number with the retatrutide, those numbers are reaching closer to 24%.
Wow.
So
Yes.
huge difference, but also a difference in side effects too. So that's been interesting to
Yeah.
research too.
No, it has been. I mean, I'll be honest, I started a GLP-3, retatrutide, otherwise known as Retta, about, wow, a little over 2 months ago. Ever since I started taking it, I just wanted to make better, health choices,
Yeah,
kind of get my body back in shape. And I mean, I've lost over 20 pounds. I was at 33 waist.
fabulous.
I'm now at 29 waist.
Wow.
One of the side effects I actually joke around with was the main one hit my wallet. I had to
Yeah.
get a whole new
Isn't that the
wardrobe.
truth? Yeah.
So I had to get a
Oh,
whole new wardrobe. I had to get a new
I
suit,
thought you were
new
talking
everything.
about because the cost of this.
Oh, it's up there.
So the brands are, most of them for weight loss purposes aren't covered by insurance. So
No.
people are paying with no coupon
Yes.
$1,200 to $1,600 a month for these. So they
Mhm.
get a month worth of one shot a week.
Yes.
And yeah, so the retatrutide is, that's a different market that you're
Mhm.
using, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, not medical advice, but I decided to do some, experimenting. And one of the things I've noticed is I was very prone to migraines. I don't know if it's tied into better insulin
Oh,
regulation on it, but I have not had a migraine, knock on wood,
yeah.
in about 2 months,
Wow.
which
Oh, that's got to be good.
it is. They're
Yeah.
debilitating.
Yeah.
Especially for me,
I
I'd
used to
call
get
off
them in
work.
law school.
Oh,
Yeah.
horrible. There's nothing you can do to
No,
stop them.
sleep, if you
Sleep.
can even do that.
Oh, no, I'd have problems falling asleep, you know?
So, okay, so you started it just to get healthier, not necessarily because
Yes.
like we've known each other for
Mhm.
quite a few years, and you've never appeared to me to be even overweight. So
No, I mean,
I was a little surprised.
I was getting like that beer belly and everything like that, so I
Yeah.
kinda wanted to, kick it. I think also knowing me, that I'm not exactly known for my patience, so I didn't want to just, work out. I wanted to add something that was going to kind of catapult me,
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
further where I could start seeing those results a little bit faster.
right.
And my sleep has been better. My appetite, the food noise. I don't nearly drink or smoke nicotine as much. I just don't feel the need to. So it's like I've seen tremendous effects on this.
So we're talking about, we were talking earlier
Mhm.
before we started filming about addictions and how these medications are actually being prescribed for individuals who suffer from addictions, specifically the chemical dependency
Mhm.
addictions, and that they're being used to curtail those addictions because it gets rid of the desire
Yes.
for those things, which is really so interesting.
It is extremely interesting. And I mean, I think too, the biggest addictions that are talked about is substance addictions.
Hmm.
But I don't think people realize that there's also food addictions out there,
Right.
as well. I think we just think it's
Hot
normal to
tamales.
eat, yes. Um, Obviously, people need to eat, you need to nourish your body. But,
Yeah.
I think it goes back to, just eating a little bit too much and people using it
A
as
lot too much. Yeah. Yeah.
people use it as coping mechanisms, just that they use cigarettes or alcohol in the same
Hmm.
sense. So I think, like, especially with gut health too, what you're putting in your body is going to affect that. If you're having McDonald's every single day, you're going out to fast food restaurants, your
It
gut
makes a
is going to
difference.
be
Yeah. Yeah.
extremely inflamed, if that's the correct terminology to use.
So, all right. So you've had some great upsides to,
Yes.
okay, downsides. What?
you know I think I have not experienced any side effects, to be honest, such as the nausea or the headaches. I think one of the side effects I did notice was that my food noise was so down. I would go 2 to 3 days without eating,
Oh, yeah.
and I didn't even feel hungry though. So
Right.
I just really wasn't even thinking about it. I would pass the pantry, I would just skip breakfast or lunch, and
Hmm.
it's just because I wasn't thinking about it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yes.
Like it
Yes.
was like my
And
system
that's
was
the
turned off.
point. That's what people take it
Yeah.
for, is getting rid of that food noise. Yeah.
It is. Also, I was not drinking a lot of water at first.
Mm,
Um, you really have to stay hydrated
you
on
do.
this,
You do. You do.
which was brutal. So, me personally, I haven't really experienced side effects. Besides, that food noise was extremely canceled, but that's
Yeah.
also what it's kind of there for. So,
Right.
is that a side
Right.
effect? You know what I mean? I guess we could kind of debate that gray area.
So the five, or actually, there's probably six or seven top side effects
Mhm.
for the GLP medications, and there's the jury's still out on the
Mhm.
Tide because their lab clinicals have not been released that I'm aware of. And so what we're relying on for feedback about that is what's referred to as the gray market. So they're research peptides that people are taking and for research purposes, but sort of ahead of the game for Eli Lilly, and they're getting these in a much different market. They're not being
Mhm.
prescribed them um, from their regular family doctors or
Yes.
so the common side effects are nausea and vomiting, headache, fatigue, and either extreme constipation or the flip,
Mhm.
where they have diarrhea.
Yes.
Um, then also, if because people are taking these medications for long periods of time,
Mhm.
a year, 2 years, especially if they have really elevated weight levels. So then and some of them not even waiting too long, hair loss and loss of lean muscle mass. And so, and a lot of people will like refer to that
Mhm.
as like Ozempic face or Ozempic butt,
Yes.
because your fat
Mhm.
fat doesn't just muscle doesn't distinguish, and fat doesn't. So when you lose lean muscle
Mhm.
mass, your body doesn't go, oh, my ass has a lot more to take off, let's get it there. No, it doesn't. So you see people lose it in their face, or
Mhm.
um so we have all of those side effects. And then the one that Original Age, my
Mhm.
partners and I became very, very concerned about, and this is where we really started to step in and do research, was the nutrition depletion
Mhm.
and the effects of what slowed gastric emptying, lack of proper nutrition, what those do to your gut, because you can be healthy and feel great because you're thinner, but if you have all these digestive issues
Mhm.
after the fact, then you're not, you're just exchanging one set of problems for another.
No, absolutely.
Right. So Original Age developed a product. It's actually available on pre-order. By the time this comes out, it might be available on our website, originalage.com. It's called Original Companion.
Mhm.
It is a probiotic, which of course gives your body the healthy bacteria it needs. Prebiotic, which feeds the bacteria, but it also has curated herbs, 8 of them that are curated specifically to provide support when people have those side effects.
Mhm.
So if they're feeling nauseous, or they're feeling like they're constipated, or um, they're losing their hair, or they're experiencing fatigue, these provide support
Mhm.
for the body through that journey, because they're kind of unavoidable. And then on top of that, of course, the herbs are specifically curated to help um, soothe the gut lining, keep the gut lining healthy, so that slowed gastric emptying doesn't cause damage to the gut.
Okay.
That it heals the gut, moves things through.
Mhm.
It's not going to move them through speedy, but it's going to continue to move them through, which you have to have.
Yes.
And then, of course, when you stop eating very much,
Mhm.
you might not know this yet, or maybe you do. When you do finally eat something,
Mhm.
you may or may not be making the best choices. But
Yes.
on top of that, because your nutrition is depleted, your body has to work twice as hard to digest it.
I did not know that
And
actually.
then has a much harder time distributing it through the body, because it's working harder to digest it, because it's not operating with the same level of nutrients as when you were eating before, or as much as you were eating before. So those are the things we want to protect against, to give people tools to help their bodies do a better job managing in light of the changes that are happening because of the medications.
No, absolutely. I mean, one thing that I really lucked out on is, like I said, I really had no side effects, but ever since I like opened up this channel, the amount of people that are friends or random followers on Instagram that have reached out, a lot of them do experience these side effects.
Mm.
So I think that's a really cool product. I mean, how did you guys just see stuff on social media and like know like you guys just kind of had to tackle this issue going on with the
So,
peptides?
right. So
Mhm.
we have seen in the course of the GLP explosion, like
Mhm.
a lot of people, and because we do so much research, um, we started seeing more and more about it. Well, we're already in the space of trying to help people manage digestive issues. We have Original Biome, which is a
Mhm.
pro, postbiotic. It is our flagship product. It's been out on the market for not quite a year. We absolutely love it. Watching people really transform and restore
Mhm.
their gut health using this, because it provides such amazing support and tools for your body to replenish your microbiome, which is key to it's key to your core health. So in that space, then we are also visiting with people who are taking GLPs and walking them through those journeys and providing support for that. That is when we realized, okay, we need to really take a look at what we can do to specifically help people on this journey, um, using different herbs than we may have in that we have in Original
Mhm.
Biome. So, for example, um, there's 3 of our herbs that are specifically in the product to try and provide support for people who
Mhm.
experience loss of lean muscle mass or fatigue. Other ones for nausea, like peppermint. Spirulina is another one that's in this product that is not in our Original Biome. So very, very specific to this journey. And we know a lot of people like you do. I think
Mhm.
1 in 4 people in America, they say, are taking a GLP medication.
I believe it. I mean,
Yeah.
what was it? 2 to 3?
Crazy.
That's insane. 'Cause I remember what was like 2 to 3 years ago, I think is when we really saw that
Mhm.
Ozempic craze kind of going on,
Mhm.
you know? I mean, we
Yes.
started seeing like, the neighbors. I mean, Hollywood went absolutely
Crazy. Yeah,
berserk
yeah.
for the
Still
Ozempic.
are, honestly. Yeah.
And I you see a lot of these people having these side effects though that you talked about,
Yeah.
the nausea, the headaches, the bowel regulations and the bowel movements.
You're taking you're getting certified, right? In
Yes, so
peptide.
I'm doing a peptide university. I wanted to do this specifically to, just help my education, give my followers like the tools they need
Mhm.
and everything like that. One of the things I wanted to with my page is it's really hard, especially if you're a single father, you're a single mother, you work a lot. It's hard to get to the gym.
Yeah.
And I kind of like go back and forth with people, especially like, I'm not trying to disrespect anyone, but like,
No.
the gym hardos that are like, oh, you need to go every
That's
day.
not me. Oh, I
And
walk.
you know,
I do walk.
I do walk every day, but it's like it's unrealistic,
Right.
for
For
the average
me.
American. For
Mhm.
you, I mean, you're super busy, you're a mom, you're
Mhm.
running this company, you're doing so many different
Yeah.
things, you're getting this brand new product that I can't wait to try. I mean, I
I
tried
know.
your guys' original flagship product. I loved every
Yeah.
second of it. So, I really just kind of want to do this. I don't tell people, hey, don't go out and drink, don't go out and party. Like, you need to do this. Like, no, it's okay if you want to like go to the bar,
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a few beers with the guys, but it's just like make well-informed life decisions, you know?
Right? And well, and one of the things, so our original companion is for people who are on the weight loss journey.
Mhm,
Original biome is really tools to help your gut heal and restore itself.
mhm,
And that's we are all about that. Honestly, it has been our mission to provide people with tools that help their
mhm.
bodies do what your body already knows how to do.
Yes.
And maybe some of the mystery behind the peptides is understanding that these are created to do the same thing a little bit,
Yes.
to replicate what the body already does. Completely we could
Yes.
talk forever because there's so many really cool peptides. We might talk
Oh,
forever, but
I mean, there's over like 1,000. Like,
and what they do is insane,
yeah,
especially for weight loss. But
yes.
we are paying attention to the effects they're having on people, and we're excited because we've had our prototype and we've had people testing it, and we know that it's been very, very beneficial for people who experience nausea and vomiting.
Mhm,
We have people who are on GLPs that stopped taking it because it made them so sick, and then resumed after
mhm.
starting original companion, so we're excited about that. And then other side effects as well that they've seen some support for, which is just great. So that's going to be available. I think I'm looking at our producer. Um, 10 days, but
Okay.
right now you can pre-order it on the Original Age website. So that's exciting. So
No, that's gonna be extremely
yeah,
exciting. I'm
yeah.
really happy for you guys.
Well, I'm
It's
excited for you too because you're going out into that whole gray market
yes,
world. That's going to be something.
it is gonna be something. I'm really excited. I mean, like I said, we could go on for days. We'll be here forever talking
Yeah.
about peptides, but I'm on about 5 to like 6 different ones now.
Okay.
Um, Never have felt better. It's been great. So,
All right. So we're going to talk about it.
yes, it's been
All right.
a lot better. So,
Thanks for joining us,
thank
and we'll
you.
see you next time.